Hey fellas, what's going on? I know it's been a while, but the boys have been on like a 4 game winning streak, so I figured, well, let's leave well enough alone. And said I'm gonna stay off of the video line, but it's been a while, so I said let me jump back in so we can kind of get updated on where things are going because we're coming down the home stretch. It's gone by fast, but we got 4 games left, and let's do a quick recap. I'm not gonna recap any games individually, but we'll pick up on some trends on where we're standing in the standings as far as who look like they're going to be in, who look like they're probably not, and then also the wild card spots and so forth. So for the newbies, uh, keep in mind, and for those who just simply forget because we're all getting older, wild card spots are not by division; it's by overall score. So we take the top two scoring teams that don't make it based on one loss record. So each division takes the top three one loss record candidates, and then after that, everybody gets thrown back into a pool. The two highest score teams go into the playoffs as a wild card, and then of course we reseed at the playoff time based on overall points. So right now, looking at the NFC with the Eagles, Superfly, and Crusher, top three teams right now with 4 games left. Superfly and the Eagles are in pretty good shape based on those two losses because only Illmatic likely even has a chance of catching them with, like I said, 4 games left, and he's behind by 2 games. So there would have to be a pretty dramatic swing there for Will to catch up on record. So that's looking pretty solid for Eagles and Superfly. Superfly needs to get in on record because even though he would be in on a wild card spot right now, it's only by 7 points above me. So Superfly needs to keep winning and get a guarantee that playoff spot. The Eagles are going to get in based on points or record either way. And then we have Crusher in the third position. They would get in on record or wild card likely anyway as well. So Eagles, Crusher in really good shape for playoff contention. Superfly is in good shape, but definitely not locked in. Down at the AFC division with Just for Fun at 8-1, pretty much have locked up a spot based on one loss record because fourth place is Real Deal at 4-5. So yeah, that's pretty much a done deal for Just for Fun on record. But he would have been in likely on play on a wild card spot anyway as well. In fact, Rick is number 2 in scoring behind the Eagles, who's number 1. Bet your money at 6-3 in pretty good shape with a 2 game lead over Real Deal, and No Limit at 5-4 still teetering on that third spot, holding on just 1 game ahead of Real Deal, and then Killer Bees at 3-6 are 2 games behind. So a little work for Killer Bees to catch up. So right now, Just for Fun, pretty well locked in. Bet your money's in pretty good shape, and then No Limit, Real Deal, Killer Bees are contending for those wild card spots or that final third spot. So right now, really with people that need to watch out on their points are Illmatic, myself definitely because I got that extra loss at 600, and Killer Bees at 557, definitely still within striking range for a wild card spot. And Real Deal really needs to get in on record because at 487 points, Cuz is kind of far out of it. So he would need to have some big games down the stretch. Some teams falter to get in on a wild card, so he needs to really win out to pass up No Limit. And then Wayne at 540 points, still in contention for a wild card spot, but definitely needs to hold on to that third place spot to lock up that playoff spot. So that's kind of where we're standing right now as far as that goes. Um, Trying to see, it looks like I say, I've won 4 in a row. Team has been playing pretty well. Don't feel overly confident, but it's just, it's been happening. So it's been fun talking a little trash about it, but I feel like I'm piecing this team together, but they are putting up, 70 points a week pretty much the last 5 games or so. Illmatic, I tell you what, watch out for Illmatic. Like I said at the beginning of the season, if Tom Brady, and he picked up Nick Foles. I don't know how y'all let this man pick up Nick Foles. Y'all let him pick up Nick Foles. If Nick Foles and or Tom Brady can be productive because Will hasn't had a lot of production out of Brady until this last game. If he can start getting some production there with Frank Gore, Alfred Morris is playing well. Um, Steven Jackson's back in the mix, and I'm missing somebody here. Oh, No Marino has been balling over in Denver like he did last year. I picked him up late, and he played well down the stretch. So with those three running backs and Jimmy Graham at tight end, Illmatic is right there in the mix. I don't like the receivers, Harry Douglas, Steve Smith as a suspect. That's the Achilles heel. But with those three running backs and a good quarterback in Jimmy Graham, that's a strong team. So I saw that last week. He put up like 85 points. So like I said, if he gets that consistent quarterback play, Illmatic's going to be something to deal with, along with the Eagles and Just for Fun and the Crushers. So right now, like I said, Will's won three in a row. The Crushers have won 4 in a row. Crushers have been solid. Haven't talked a whole lot about the Crusher, but MD's got his team playing well over there, and I think he's got Russell Wilson still at quarterback, who's been, just okay. But LaShawn McCoy, he picked up Chris Ivory. Calvin Johnson's having a good year. Wes Welker's been consistent. Ernest Davis has been solid. When I look at it, it's not overwhelming, but every week Crusher seems to score. So that's the main thing, is production. So I guess really that's about it, fellas. I'll keep you updated weekly moving forward as we get closer down the stretch. But like they start watching out your points. If you're not winning, you better be scoring. You better do one or the other, but you can't do both. Lose and not score. So good luck coming up here. We're at week 10, and we'll see how it plays out. Starting to get a little tight. Good luck. Peace.